So in here we're going to talk about the law of sines. Again, the SOHCAHTOA is only used if we have a right triangle. Again, the SOHCAHTOA is only used if we have a right triangle. So, what about if we have an oblique triangle? An oblique triangle wherein there are no 90-degree angle. So if you're going to look at this, we have four conditions that we can we should have in order for us to be able to solve for oblique triangles. Now, number 3 and number 4 here, 3 sides are given. And number 4, 2 sides and their included angle is AX. If you remember, if you watch the other video about cosine law, this one and this 3 and 4 conditions, we use the cosine law. If 3 sides are given, or if a side is given, if 2 sides are given and an angle between them is given, then we use the cosine law. In that case, this first 2 conditions, we are going to use the sine law. We're going to use the sine law now in these first 2 conditions. 2 angles are given and 1 side. Or angle, side, angle. The second condition, 2 sides are given and 1 angle, opposite one of them, opposite one of the given sides. That means we're going to use the sine law. However, you know that if you're going to look at this, the first condition, AAX, 2 angles are given. 2 angles are given. In that case, if 2 angles are given, you know how to compute now the third angle. Because you know that is a triangle, and a triangle, the total of all the angles would be 180 degrees. So if 2 angles are given and 1 angle is missing, you can easily solve for that unknown angle. That is by subtracting all the other given angles from 180. Now, the law of sines. Remember, it's always the first that we're going to do, we identify or label the sides of the triangle depending on the location of the angle. So if that is C, that is side C. If that is A, then this is side A. Let's say this is angle B. Therefore, this is side B. The same is true with this. If that is AB, that is C. Therefore, this is angle C. So that is A, side A, and this is side B. Again, actually, if we know 2 angles, we know all 3 of the angles. For example, we have this. C is equal to 112 and A is equal to 23.5. However, the total is 180 degrees. How do we solve for this angle? Then we subtract these 2 given angles from 180, giving us an angle of 44.5. That is for angle B. What is the law of sines anyway? So if you're going to look at this, that is side A over sine angle A. Side B, that is equal to side B over sine angle B. And these two are also equal to side C over sine angle C. This means that if you get the proportion of this, A over sine A, it should be the same as the proportion if we solve for B over sine B, and C divided by sine angle C. They have the same proportion. Okay. Now we can separate these formulas. We can separate these formulas and simplify it. That is, we can have this giving us A sine A is equal to B sine B. Or this one, the first one, we equate it to the second, the last, giving us A sine A is equal to C sine C. Or the last 2 formulas here, giving us B sine B is equal to C sine C. So this is only what we have to remember. A, that is over sine of its corresponding angle. Side B over its sine corresponding angle. Okay? Now, let's have an example. It says here, find angle A. Again, we identify the sides first. We identify the sides and write the given. If you're going to look at this, A is being asked. That is angle If angle A is being asked, then we expect that side A should be given. And in this one, side is given at 9.5. And then we have the other given here, B. Angle B is equal to 47 degrees. And side B is equal to 15. Now, looking at the formula again for sine law, that we are being asked about angle A. We're being asked about angle A, and the given in the problem are side B, sine B, angle B, and side A. Therefore, we use this formula. In that case, that would be A sine angle A is equal to B sine angle B. Okay, we can substitute now the values, or you may manipulate the formulas first before you substitute the values. But in here, I'm going to substitute the values immediately. So if that is A, that would be 9.5 over sine angle A, which is unknown, and B is equal to 15, and this would be sine angle B. Oh, sorry, sine angle B is given at 47 degrees. Okay, so if you're going to have this one now, you manipulate the formula, then that would be sine A is equal to 9.5 times sine 47 over 15. Therefore, sine A, we solve that again. Get your calculators, 9.5 times sine 47 divided by 15. And the answer is 0.463. So we get the angle, we get the measurement of the angle by getting sine inverse 0.463. Okay, in your calculator, we shift the sign. The answer is angle A is equal to, in the nearest degree, that would be 28 degrees. Okay.